I woke up one morning to Nirvana's song "Come as You Are." I don't listen to Nirvana. I know Nirvana. I grew up in the 80s and 90s, so I know Nirvana, but I don't listen to Nirvana. So the fact that this came through was really interesting to me. And I kind of just moved it aside because I was just like, whatever. It's another music download. I get 1,000 of them. But this felt really significant. And I ended up a couple of days later opening up my Facebook, and it was not a friend's post. It was like one of those sponsored posts. It was a meme or a picture that said "Come as you are," and I'll post that on my community tab so you guys can see that. And I said, okay, well, I'm getting the message, all right. And then I was talking to a friend the other day who was holding space for me, and I just told him, I said, listen, I'm not feeling my best self right now. And he said, he was just, trying to make me feel better, and he was just, you know, just holding that space for me. I just needed to be held. I just needed that energy to be held. I needed to feel safe to not be my best self. I needed to be safe to and secure to just, go through whatever emotions and express whatever emotions I was feeling. And he did that for me, which was amazing. And we were talking about, I said I was just gonna, relax with the book, and he said, what book are you reading? I told him, and he said, I'm reading Come As You Are. Now, Come As You Are, did not know what book that was, so I looked it up, and it's not it's not the book that you think it is. So that made me crack up. Number one, I started cracking up because I was like, oh my God, okay, universe, I hear you. I hear you. There is something to this. Out of all the books, that was the book. But number two, it made me smile, and it helped me shift my energy. I was already shifting my energy on my own by allowing myself to hold space within myself. But then, this helped me shift the energy as well because I was like, oh my God, universe, I get it. I get it. I hear you. It's this energy of come as you are. You do not have to be perfect. You just have to be you. You just have to be you. And you just have to be trying your best. Trying your best to embody that higher self. And it was interesting because I had literally said to him, I'm not feeling my best self. And I know I'm not my best self. But what I've learned is that I don't have to be all the time. This journey is not about perfection. This journey is about being the best version of yourself. And sometimes the best version of yourself is going to be a pretty shitty version. For myself, I was feeling a lot of grief. I was feeling a lot of emotions. And I just needed that space to express that. And to have people in your life that are loving you no matter what, who are there for you no matter what, and even your darkest times, it makes a huge difference. But the most important thing is to remember that you're loving yourself. You're loving yourself even though you might not be your best self, because that is how God loves you. And the more that you love yourself, the more you're going to receive love from others. The more you come as you are, the more you show up as yourself, even if it's not the best version of yourself that hour, that day. The more you show up as yourself, the more you're going to bring in others who are just holding that space for that, or who are still loving of you, who are saying, I know that you're not your best self right now, but I've also seen you at your best. And I'm going to hold that space. I'm going to hold that container for you until you come back to your best self. This journey is not about perfection. This journey is about embodying. And as long as you are on this journey of embodiment, as long as you are striving to be your best self while holding space for yourself and being loving of yourself and honoring of yourself, kind to yourself and compassionate to yourself, patient with yourself, that's being your best self. That's embodying that higher energy, that higher frequency. And so come as you are. Come as you are. It does not have to be perfect. It just has to be real. It just has to be real.